Hello and Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm Elise Edie, and welcome to the Fox 5 Wednesday's Child Home for the Holidays Christmas special, where we take a look back at some of the children we featured this year. Adoption makes all the difference in the lives of foster children. I know this because I was one of those children. I spent the first part of my life in foster care straight into the system after leaving the hospital. Several months later, my forever family welcomed me into their home and hearts. These are my parents, Lewis and Lady Edie, and I gained two brothers, Martin and Scott. I am who I am today because of the power of adoption. So it's my wish that each of the children featured on Wednesday's Child will find their forever home. Success stories are our favorite type of Wednesday's Child stories to share. The Wednesday's Child program works and is helping kids match up with their forever family. We first featured Braxton in 2019, and we're happy to report he's spending this Christmas with his new mom and dad. Braxton's story is the reason why behind the Wednesday's Child program. They look like any ordinary family, loving parents and their teenage son enjoying a private tour of World of Coca-Cola.
The noted artist Adam Sumlin to create.
But the Guiney family is anything but ordinary. This is a family bound not biologically, but bound through the power of adoption and love. The story actually began in February of 2019, right here on Fox 5 with our Wednesday's Child, Braxton. Here's a look back. 14-year-old Braxton was a star on the court at Welcome All Park Gymnasium in College Park, getting a private session with Coach Daryl Hikes from Team America Basketball League. This ranks high on Braxton's list of favorite things.
Just being active and playing around, having fun with other people. I'm always happy, but I also want a family that if I'm sad, I can talk to them about anything.
And has one simple, very important request.
A family that loves me and treats me like I'm their actual son.
Fast forward to today.
The Guineys saw me on Fox 5 News and went way better from there.
Here's Jennifer and Jerome Guiney.
We were watching the news in February or March of 2019 and saw the Wednesday's Child. Now that Wednesday's Child was not Braxton, it was a family of 4 kids, and they were adorable and they were cute, and my husband, young, very young, and my husband said we should call that number. And I said, no, no, we don't need to be doing that. You know, we're past that point in our life.
And they've had plenty of experience raising children with 5 biological adult children of their own. But what Jennifer did next changed their lives.
The next day, I went online to Wednesday's Child. I looked it up, I Googled it. I don't know why, I think it was divine intervention. And the next video I saw was Braxton's. And I looked at it and I thought, well, this kid he's athletic, he's smart, he's funny. He reminds me of one of my kids, but I kept coming back to the video.
She did, sometimes watching it 3 or 4 times a day for a month and a half. Braxton had made quite the impression.
To be honest, I wasn't in favor at the beginning. You know, like Jennifer said, we raised 5 kids, and now went to a lot of ball games, did a lot of concerts, did a lot of things, and felt like, you know, this was kind of time to rest a little bit.
But for the Guineys, they just couldn't let Braxton go.
We had a chance to change this kid's life forever.
We had a lot of love in our family. We had a lot of love to give somebody, and I also thought that if we didn't do this, what would happen to him?
So they started the process that brought them here. After 8 years in foster care, Braxton's adoption finalized May 6th, 2020.
Having someone that you could call mother and father, it's a wonderful feeling that I thought I wouldn't be able to have in a long time.
He's exceeded our expectations in every way. I would say that.
The Guineys, such a beautiful Wednesday's Child success story. We couldn't do the Wednesday's Child program without community support. We want to thank all of the businesses and individuals who host our kids and help make it all possible.
Jennifer and Jerome, we would like to present this wonderful treat basket for you guys as well.
Amera Group Community Care surprised Braxton and his new family with some Christmas gifts. They wanted to show appreciation to the family and make sure that this holiday season was extra special. And more good news to share. In 2020 alone, we've had 10 children we featured on Wednesday's Child adopted. You may remember the sibling group of 4, all under the age of 9. After about 4 years in foster care, Leander, Leanna, Leonard, and Virginia are now in their forever home this Christmas. And this group of girls waited for years to find a mom and dad. We featured Nikayla, Miracle, and Artisha back in 2017. And 3 years later, we're happy to report they have finally been adopted. And remember Ashton, who impressed us with his ninja skills last year? Well, after spending half of his life in foster care, he's spending the holidays with his new adoptive family. And Robert was just 12 years old when we first featured him in 2018. Now a teenager, he was adopted this year. And these are just a few of the stories of adoption that prove the Wednesday's Child program works. Oftentimes we get the opportunity to meet siblings who are in foster care, hoping they'll be adopted together. Until then, Hope and Levi spent some much needed time together this holiday season at Lake Lanier. It was a day all kids dream of at Margaritaville at Lanier Islands.
If you went up, this would catch you.
Hope and Levi had the park all to themselves. They got to spend some much needed quality time together on the rides. The brother and sister have been in foster care for about 5 years.
I've dealt with it nicely because I've been to so many foster homes, but all of them I liked, and they never did anything wrong.
Hope is 11 years old. She loves animals, reading, and hanging out with friends. Hope's brother, 10-year-old Levi, lives with her in a foster home. He'd love to be adopted into a family that's active.
I like sports, I like games. I do like baseball a lot. I like to exercise.
Their case manager says they're sweet children who really just need a chance.
Hope is a good helper in the home. Once she gets to know the home, the rest is history. She will ask questions about how she can help you in the house. Levi needs someone that will understand who he is.
And it would be ideal for Hope and Levi to be adopted together.
We're family, and we can help each other get through things.
For so many years, they've only been able to rely on each other.
Woohoo!
The siblings hope that this time next year, they can return to Lake Lanier with their new mom and dad.
It's very important to actually have a real family.
Now to a group of siblings, 3 sisters and their brother. They're living in separate foster homes right now, so a day spent outside together was just what they needed. It was a day in the great outdoors for siblings Megan, Kiara, Quentin, and Kirsten at Southern Bell Farm in McDonough. The group right at home among the animals.
Look at that one.
In her spare time, the oldest of the bunch, 16-year-old Megan, likes to get creative.
I like to make cards, homemade cards.
9-year-old Kiara is spunky and fun.
I like playing with animals and outside.
The only boy in the family, 11-year-old Quentin.
Play on computers, stuff like that, and my favorite subject is math.
And 12-year-old Kirsten with a quiet side and a love for music.
I play with animals and listen to music. I listen to R&B.
And when she grows up, this is what she aspires to be.
Be a veterinarian.
Little sister Kiara also wants to be a vet, while Quentin wants to be a police officer.
Catch bad guys, protect citizens.
Megan wants to go into the medical field.
A NICU nurse, play with the nursery.
And although the farm life is often said to be a simple life, the lives of these siblings hasn't been. In fact, they're separated right now.
It's me and Megan and Kiara and Kirsten.
Oh, we call each other.
Yeah. And we visit.
Yeah. And we take lots of pictures.
One of the reasons why they want to be adopted is so simple.
I want to just stay in one house with all of our sisters.
Being adopted together is a top priority.
That's the top thing first. Is we have to all together, be all together.
4 siblings who will jump at the chance to grow up together with a loving family.
I want to be all together so we don't have to go visit and do none of that. I don't want to visit, I want to stay together.
Come on, Megan.
I did it!
Sometimes we get the opportunity to meet special kids who may need a little extra support. Brothers David and Will share a special bond, and just as strong as their love for each other is their desire to belong to a forever family together.
Very good try, Will.
Brother 17-year-old Will and 16-year-old David were ready to tee off at Aussie Kids Golf Academy in Alpharetta.
You have to putt from here.
Learning the basics of the game and having lots of fun in the process.
There you go, Will.
Their case manager, Erica Tooks.
They are just awesome boys. Their personality is just so engaging. They have cognitive delays, but those delays do not prevent them from being able to engage in their world.
Will and David may look similar in their red shirts, but the brothers have their own unique personalities.
Oh, there we go.
Will is the rock star.
Lucky shot!
He really loves rap music. He wants to be an artist, so he likes to draw. David is limited verbally, but he's able to discuss his needs.
Nice putt, David.
Engage with smiles and laughter.
It's easy to see the boys love sports, football, wrestling, basketball, you name it, and they're competitive.
Oh, nice putt, Will. Very good putt.
But they don't let that get in the way of their brotherly love.
They are loving, they're compassionate, they're protective of one another.
Like any child, these brothers need a permanent home and the stability that comes along with it.
They are just really looking for a home that's going to love them and protect them and care for them and just give them a forever home.
Most prospective parents don't know what to expect during the adoption process, so here's how it all works. First, adoptive parents go through an orientation, then a criminal background check. They must also attend 20 hours of impact classes that teach them how to address the needs of adopted children. And once their home is approved, the child moves in and the adoption is finalized. The adoption process takes anywhere from 10 months to 2 years, so patience is key. And if you'd like to know more about adoption, we hope you do. You can call the Wednesday's Child Adoption Hotline at 877-210-KIDS. You can also log on to our website, fox5atlanta.com/WednesdaysChild. Many of the kids that we feature are teenagers who've been in the foster care system for years, waiting on their forever family. In fact, 14-year-old Phillip can't even remember much about his life before going into the system. He still hopes to spend the rest of his teen years with a family.
Yeah, that triple step.
Athletic Phillip.
You're crushing it.
Showing off his skills at Ninja Quest.
Drop.
Feeling right at home on the mats and in the air. In addition to his physical strength,
I do play football. Well, I did. In elementary, we were the Bobcats in Woodstock.
He's also a smart 14-year-old in his first year of high school.
It feels amazing. It feels amazing. I do love it. It's just the work is just difficult. I never thought it would be this hard.
The aspiring game developer is learning all about his field while in school.
I want to learn about how to edit games and, build them, how to process them, how to fix bugs and stuff.
Solid.
Phillip wants a solid future since his past has been anything but that.
I've been in foster care since I think I was 3 years old, so it's been years. I think I've been into 8 homes now. I think this is my 10th one now.
And while he's gotten used to it, it still isn't easy.
But when I turned 14, I matured a lot, so it's kind of more easy for life than it was when I was little.
Through therapy, though, Phillip has learned several ways to cope.
My coping skills are to think about it, stop, think, and react, which I mean by react in a good manner.
Another tool he uses, drawing.
The drawing, I'll draw anime because I usually watch anime a lot.
Keep that rhythm.
If there's one thing to know about Phillip, it's that he wants to be adopted.
Yeah, I believe that I need to be adopted, so I don't be left out. When I'm adopted, I'll have enough freedom to do things that I've never been able to do before.
Freedom to travel and see things, and he knows exactly where he wants to go first.
Universal Studios. That's my favorite place I would love to go. It's because they got the Transformers there, my favorite.
But he also wants a family for the long haul, for all of the years ahead.
Have them by my side during my career and stuff.
There we go. Nice, good job.
With the help of the Georgia Department of Family and Children's Services, we featured more than 1,000 children since the program began in 2001. About 460 of them have been adopted. That's hundreds of children that otherwise may have never had the chance at a forever family. But there are hundreds more still waiting for loving parents. So we encourage you to ask yourself, do you have room in your heart for one of Georgia's waiting kids? In November, Wednesday's Child celebrated National Adoption Month and all of the families who've helped fulfill the dream of adoption for foster children. And Mercedes-Benz Stadium turned purple in honor of National Adoption Month. It was such a special day for those working behind the scenes at the Department of Family and Children's Services, which is the sponsor of the Wednesday's Child program. They work tirelessly, making sure the children are well cared for and also helping them find adoptive families. One of the tough things for children is bouncing around from home to home. Mason has been in foster care for about 5 years, but has been in at least 6 different homes. He longs for the love and stability of one family. 14-year-old Mason has a need for speed. A need being met at Andretti Indoor Karting and Games in Marietta. The 9th grader can usually be found with some kind of ball.
Play baseball, basketball, just be a typical teenager.
But in so many ways, Mason is anything but a typical teenager. At just 14 years old, his life has already been more challenging than most people can even imagine.
I've been in foster care going on 5 years, about 6 or 7 different foster homes.
All the instability takes a toll on Mason.
It's been challenging because, like, one, you know, like, you're not home, and just bouncing around, just pray. That's all I can say is pray.
Mason now lives in a group home, an experience that he says has taken some getting used to.
When I first got there, I was kind of, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty scared. I've been there for about 3 or 4 months now. It's been good.
Adoption, being part of a family, means the world to him, and he says he's ready.
Adoption, that would mean everything. You know, knowing once I go somewhere, I'm not going to be bounced all around again, and just know that there's someone there by my side to, you know, give me the, you know, hope and stuff that I need that I didn't have growing up.
What he's looking for in a family is so simple.
Any family, just as long as they can show me that they're willing to help me and give me the things I need and just provide a roof over my head.
11-year-old London is another child who's been in foster care for much of her life. She simply wants to be adopted and be loved. London hopes that someone watching will consider adopting her. The Center for Puppetry Arts in downtown Atlanta.
Can you imagine these as ping pong balls?
There's no shortage of incredible things for 11-year-old London to see and feel and experience. With familiar faces like the gang from Sesame Street and even new characters for London to meet. London was also able to enjoy a performance of Stella Luna. She even made her own Stella Luna puppet. London wasn't up for speaking to us on camera. She thought her story was too tough to talk about. So we caught up with her adoption case manager, Shay Mitchell.
London is very sweet, very active, beautiful, full of life. She knows what she wants, and when she wants it, you better give it to her. But she's a really sweet young lady.
An 11-year-old who has spent more than half her life in foster care.
Going, I want to say about 6 years now. It's about to be 6 years.
Not an easy journey for anyone, especially a child so young.
She's had some ups and downs. She definitely wants to be in a home. She wants to be loved.
Loved by a family unconditionally.
A 2-parent household that's full of unconditional love, that's gonna love her beyond whatever she may throw. Good days, bad days in between. Very firm. Again, just showering her with love and understanding her, understanding where she's coming from.
This bright, beautiful girl needs a lot of attention and the freedom to just be a kid.
She loves running, she loves hands-on activities, she loves to swim, she loves to help out, she loves to be around animals. I mean, she's really active, really good girl.
A family to go through all the ups and downs with, to have adventures with, to share experiences like these.
It's pretty squishy, right?
And now to a 15-year-old in search of a loving home. All Jose needs to have fun is a ball. Whether it's a football, a basketball, or in this case, a soccer ball, he really is in his element. The only thing missing is a family with whom he can share his love of sports.
Hey Jose, welcome to Soccer Shots. We're gonna play some soccer today. Are you excited?
15-year-old sports enthusiast Jose treated to a private lesson with 3 coaches from Soccer Shots. First up is the warm-up.
Can you touch your toes? No. No? Try.
Then drills.
Use the inside and the outside of your feet.
Such an awesome opportunity for this young athlete who describes himself as obsessed with sports.
Basketball, football, sometimes soccer.
Something else the 9th grader excels in, school and his favorite subjects.
Math and science. I just like math, it's just fun to me. And in science we do a lot of dissecting.
When it comes to remote learning, Jose doesn't mind it. He actually prefers it.
Better. So right when we're done, we play on the video games.
Jose lives in a group home with several other teens.
We have 6, we have each our own room for now.
And has been in the foster care system for most of his life.
You got it.
Since I was 4, 5. It got better since I first got in there. I didn't like it at first because being away from my family was tough.
That would be tough for any child, but Jose has found a healthy way to help him cope.
Just talk to my sister and talk to my therapist.
Jose often finds himself thinking about adoption and what they'd spend their time doing together.
A lot. I'm just trying to find a family.
Let's go!
We sign up for sports, probably watch movies together, go to the park, and play video games.
And here's an interesting fact about Jose.
I'm the only boy in my family. I got 4 sisters.
And how has that been?
Horrible.
So needless to say, he'd like to have a brother. But in all seriousness, Jose is close to his sisters and wants to maintain those relationships.
Nice pass.
But what he wants most is for a family to choose him, to lace up their shoes, hit the pitch together, and know they scored a goal when they found him. 15-year-old Ileana has a creative side, and she needs the unconditional love of an adoptive family before she ages out of the foster care system.
Were you ready to paint today?
Yes, sir.
All right. So
15-year-old Ileana is ready to show off her artistic side at Just Killin' Time Pottery Studio in Marietta.
I actually like it. It's not my first time, but it's kind of fun because I like to paint and just show off my art skills.
So if you want to take a look and figure out what you'd like to paint, and we'll get you started.
Next, this 10th grader chose the colors for her piece.
Do you want to just go over them with me again here?
And got straight to painting. When she's not working on art projects, Ileana prefers to be outdoors.
I'd say I'll be in the woods camping. I loved in the woods and the nature. Seeing the animals just living their lives free.
School is enjoyable for Ileana, and she has big plans beyond high school.
My goals for her future is to finish school, go to technical college to be a mechanic.
But that's not all.
Finish mechanical school. I will be doing a part-time job and mechanic while I'm going back to school to be a veterinarian.
Ideally, Ileana would like a family by her side as she works to reach her goals.
Adoption means you have family that will last with you forever and that you're always with somebody that will care for you no matter where you are.
Ileana has had plenty of time to think about the kind of family she wants, the kind she needs.
Someone who's has a lot of fun, not a big family, but like a medium family, so this doesn't be overwhelming. And some people who are adventurous and like to travel.
Ileana is ready to pack her bags.
I would say I'll go to the UK because I like how they speak and I like to learn their accents.
The next step, glazing her masterpiece.
When you get it back, it's going to be shiny and very glassy, and it's going to be real pretty, okay?
So just as she'll wait a few days to get her masterpiece back, she'll continue to wait for a family to love her unconditionally.
Did you have fun?
Yes, sir.
We met two special sisters whose dream is being adopted together. They love pretty dresses and Disney princesses, so we found the perfect place to make all of their dreams come true. All they're missing now is a mom and dad.
You're going to be princesses with me today. Let me see. Oh, absolutely beautiful.
It's a moment 11-year-old Arkesia and 10-year-old Arlesia will never forget.
Beautiful selection, very nice.
Being welcomed by Queen Elsa herself at Olivia's Dollhouse and Tea Room in Johns Creek.
I think that's a perfect choice.
It was the start of a special day for these sisters. The first step, picking their princess gowns.
Elena. I'm Alina, and I picked her because she got the booty. The very person booty. And she's pretty, and she wears jewelry.
And the perfect shoes, of course.
We have all of these shoes you can try on.
Next, it was time for the finishing touches. Nails, makeup, the works.
My goodness, this is beautiful.
When they aren't getting the royal treatment, Arkesia likes to do lots of other things.
I like to paint and do my fingernails, and I like to be pretty and play outside and do tricks on my bike.
This is what Arlesia does for fun.
Clean up the house and read.
And what's a princess experience without a tea party? Olivia's Dollhouse and Tea Room pulled out all the stops for the girls. Tea, snacks, and a sing-along with Elsa.
It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small.
While it has been a magical day, Arkesia and Arlesia's lives have been far from it. Too many years spent in foster care without a family.
4 years. It's been hard because some people got their real parents and we don't. It's sad. And tomorrow I think the father-daughter dance, and we just don't get to go. Yep.
How does that make you feel?
Really sad.
As you can imagine, the girls have spent a lot of time thinking about a family.
I want a mom and a dad and a big sister.
And planning what they'll do together.
We'll watch TV, go to the movies, go outside and play. We could go to Disney World, we could go to Florida.
The sisters are a package deal and have a strong desire to be adopted together.
This is my sister, and they'll take care of her anyways.
So they'll continue to wait for their fairy tale to have a happy ending.
I just wanted you to know the two ladies are so, so special.
With a loving family. Remember, adoption truly changes the lives of foster children. Once again, here's the Wednesday's Child Adoption Hotline if you're interested. That number is 877-210-KIDS, or you can log on to fox5atlanta.com/WednesdaysChild. We'd like to thank you for joining us and allowing us to share these stories of adoption with you. We've had so many successes, but there are still lots of children out there who need a permanent place to call home. So we hope this has inspired you to open your heart and your home to a child who just wants to be loved. We want to leave you with the faces of Wednesday's Child kids and teens who long for their forever homes. From all of us in the Wednesday's Child family, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.